Oh, baby. Back in the saddle again. Back in the saddle.
Welcome back, boys.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show.
Let's go.
Let's go. Presented by Miller Lite. What time is it, boys?
7:30. Oh, Miller time.
Yeah, 7:30. It's Miller time as well. We're also in the Toyota Lounge, driven by your front range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Nuggets are in Sacramento for the second of their two Cup postseason games. I don't know what we call these. What do we call these?
Post-Cup.
Oh,
No, it's not post-Cup.
The fake games that they give you for the NBA Cup.
The fake games that they give you. Yeah.
These are the fakest games of the year.
Yes, well, we'll count that last one was very meaningful to me, so I'm going to count it. They got Sacramento. We're going to do some hangover takes as we haven't done those. We're going to talk about why tonight is actually kind of a meaningful game. Are the Nuggets back? We don't know, but tonight might help us answer that a little bit better. I got Harrison Wind here.
I just want to wish everybody out there, want to wish you guys a happy Merry Yokmas.
Observed.
I hope you guys enjoyed, the holiday. I hope you shared some gifts, drank some rakia, whatever your tradition is, and enjoyed the day.
We enjoyed it very much.
So did I.
I know one guy who was celebrating it by crediting Yokmas Miracles for Bo Nix good plays. His name was D-Line.
Yeah, that's right. Listen, Yokmas is a high holy holiday.
The holiest.
Everyone in Denver is affected by Yokmas. It was a Yokmas miracle. The Yokmas is so powerful. The Broncos benefited from it.
Yeah.
That's
really powerful.
how insane Nikola Jokic is.
That is pretty impressive. Jokic had a great game yesterday for the Broncos. And then Superstar Dev.
I'm pissed I didn't wear my Merry Yokmas sweater today. I don't even know how I celebrated. I think I just was just complaining everywhere I went.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to look at my Bet365 account to see how I celebrated.
Oh, I'm about a bag today.
Denver Nuggets are in Sacramento to take on the Kings. Michael Malone's old friend, still not wearing purple because of it. Where are our game notes?
I remember that.
I do remember that too.
I think he still doesn't. Have you seen him in purple?
No.
I don't know if I have.
I mean, it's none of us are wearing purple. You have to really go out of your way.
really
You got to go out of your way to wear.
We've all adopted that. No Rockies apparel on this show. Sorry. The biggest game note on the injury front: Christian Brown is out tonight. Low back strain. Not exactly sure when he got hurt. Maybe it was last game, but I saw him getting worked on by the trainer at practice the other day, and he is out tonight. He's going to miss this game.
Browntown is down?
Browntown, the gates are closed tonight. I saw this tweet from Bennett Durando just a second ago. This ends a streak of 122 consecutive games played for Christian Brown, including playoffs. He's played in 153 of the last 154 games before tonight.
Dude, what? This is terrible.
This doesn't even feel right.
On Yokmas observed?
Well, is that what it is today?
Yes.
Okay. And it's a tough one, man. I mean, they have a really good backcourt. They got two guys, Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, that can light it up. So you lose one of your best perimeter defenders. That's meaningful.
Starting in place of Christian Brown.
Oh, my gosh. Hold on. Let's try to read his
Do you guys want to
expression.
take some guesses?
Should we take a stab?
Who do you want to see starting for Christian Brown tonight?
For me, Peyton Watson would be my preferred.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be him.
I kind of think I would like to see Russell Westbrook.
Russ has been playing too much to not start.
Yeah.
I would personally go with Peyton Watson.
Russell Westbrook.
Of course it was Russell Westbrook.
Dude,
Russell Westbrook gets the start at shooting guard tonight.
Me and Michael Malone are of one mind.
It is true. And so here's the thing about it. The Nuggets have a rhythm to him. It's not necessarily a great rhythm because they keep losing the first quarter. But Russ comes in a 6-minute mark and he injects life into the team.
Yes.
And now you're going to need that right from the start. Maybe that's the case tonight, that there's energy from the team right out of the gate. But maybe there's not that second wave of energy.
Well, I suspect that we will get a lot of... There won't just be set lineups after the starting lineup. I imagine there'll be a lot of staggering. There'll be a lot of sort of mixing and matching because you have all of your point guards on the court at the same time. They're going to have to figure out how to stagger. Like, I just think it's going to be a lot of different matchups. But I think that you have to have Russell Westbrook on the floor to guard De'Aaron Fox.
That's what I think his
You have
line
to.
of
You'll get
thinking was
murdered
here.
if not. And he would go right by Peyton Watson.
Yeah.
You think he'd go by Peyton Watson?
Yes.
Oh, we'll see. I think he'll guard him tonight. So
Dude,
we'll see.
Peyton Watson is all about like this. He not as much, but he gets. You can get around the corner on him, but then he'll chase you down.
Kyrie Irving had a hard time getting around him.
He did
It's
play.
fair. It's fair.
Kyrie
I'm
Irving
excited
well.
to see that speed versus that speed.
The
Yeah.
good news is we'll see both
We
the
always
matchups
talk.
tonight.
I really do think that those are two of the fastest players in the league, and now you get to see them up against each other. I think De'Aaron Fox is the fastest player in the league.
He might
Truly.
be. Him or Ja. I think probably.
Yeah.
You guys are fast.
So the Kings this year, 13-13. They're 500 on the season, kind of right in the middle of the muddled Western Conference. They've won 3 in a row, though. But those wins are over the Spurs, the Jazz, and the Pelicans. They also beat the Rockets a little before that as well. So they are a little hot right now. They're playing better. Domantas Sabonis coming off a 32-point, 20-rebound effort against the Pelicans.
Man, that's about a
DeRozan had 29
Yeah, but-
in that last win.
Who was the 5 in that?
probably the skinniest.
It
man
was
in the league.
Yves
Ease me, see.
a rookie.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just okay.
The Kings, I think they have their typical starting lineup with De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, DeRozan, and Sabonis.
So the Kings come into the game 6th in offense, 14th in defense. Their numbers, like I was looking at their numbers, it's hard to find an outlier. They're kind of like 12th to 18th in everything. They're one of
Yeah.
those teams. They are 7th in opponent offensive rebound percentage. They don't give up a lot of second chance points. They're 2nd in opponent second chance points. That's an area where Denver has feasted, but that's going to be hard to come by today. They're 8th in points off of turnovers and 9th in opponent points off of turnovers. 1st in opponent fast break points. Denver has had success this year getting out on the break and scoring in transition. Sacramento, the best in the league at preventing transition. So offensive rebounds, fast break points might be hard to come by. You're going to have to score in the half court. And more importantly, Dev, you're going to have to score from the three-point line. They're 2nd in opponent points in the paint. Again, they play well inside. They give you open shots. So Denver might get a lot of open threes tonight.
Oh, my
that might
God.
be the story.
I hate that now. I was feeling okay like in
Until
this
that.
game. Christian Brown not being out there, like that really does something for me. But also now you insert Russell Westbrook into the lineup. You don't have much. The Nuggets do not want to shoot the 3 ball. Like they're just very opposite of that trend of everybody else shooting the 3 ball. And then you say a team excels at just that. Maybe this is the thing that they need to like wake them up to like be forced to take that, because what we have been seeing as of late is teams are forming that wall against Jokic, like with the spacing where he's having to like register, like work in different ways where everybody else is down there. So maybe this opens it up with spacing and having another guy like Westbrook that could space the floor with his passing, not necessarily his shooting, but at least he does take those 3-point shots.
See, for me, it's like MPJ and Jamal, if they can find that groove they had last game, like, okay, they can shoot threes. They can shoot threes with people. I mean, it just hasn't been how the Nuggets have played, but they have the ability to get hot and knock them down and then change how the Kings want to approach the rest of the game defensively. We'll see. I mean, it hasn't proven like a sound strategy for them so far this year, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's out of the realm of
I think
possibility.
this is part of why Westbrook starting is interesting, because it gives you the ability, should you choose, to put Murray off ball and Michael Porter off ball. That's actually the 2 best shooters on the team. So if they're both spacing the court, in theory, with that Russ Jokic 2-man game, in theory, you should get open looks.
Yeah, I just put out on Twitter that Russ is starting at shooting guard, but maybe I should say he's starting just at guard.
Yeah.
Because I bet he's going to play a lot on the ball. He might even be the primary ball handler off the bat.
Yeah.
And early in the first quarter, I think you could see Jamal Murray play more off the ball. Just to get more looks that way, spice up the offense a little bit. I could see that happening. So I'm excited to see this dynamic play out. A lot of it I do feel like is going to come down to, can they contain De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah.
Can they, keep the Kings offense at bay? But I'm interested to see how this dynamic looks to open a game for the Nuggets on offense.
I think that the game is a meaningful one. I think it's a meaningful one. How many times this season have the Nuggets won 3 games in a row? Any guesses?
I think
0.
once.
One time.
Yeah.
They had
During
that
the 5-game
five-game
winning
win
streak,
streak.
yeah.
They won 3 games in a row. They have not done that since. And, if you do break this into little chapters, you do see that 5-game winning streak. Then you see Yoke departs the team, and they hadn't found their footing since then. Win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. They did that for a month. They have 2 in a row. This would make 3 in a row, which would, according to Michael Malone, be a streak. 2 is not a streak.
We're
3
streaking.
is. So
We're
tonight is
streaking.
the opportunity. And by the way, these are good wins. Atlanta, even though they were shorthanded that night, that's a good win. You beat the Clippers. That's a good win.
Yep.
Especially when you beat them by 22. So if you get tonight, you could look at that and go, you know what? 3-game winning streak, 3-game good teams that you beat. So to me, feels like a meaningful one for the Nuggets. I'm not going to say they're back. I know we do the joke.
Oh, but we'll say it in about 3 hours.
We might say it. But I feel like it'll be less ironic or, like tongue-in-cheek if they get this one.
It's never been tongue-in-cheek for me, by the way. I say exactly what I think. To me, the Nuggets are back. They are back, and I agree with you.
Whether they win or not.
They are currently back. They can they can go away again.
Okay.
Do you think that they'll be more back if they win this one without Christian Brown? They're starting to shoot.
That was ridiculous.
They're back. Will they be more back?
All that back
they more
means is
back?
they look like themselves again.
But, I mean, how long do you need to... You only need to see it one time, basically?
It's not a forever stamp.
Okay.
They're currently back. I hope they remain back this game.
Yeah.
That when the Nuggets look like the Nuggets to me, like I get I'm like, I feel it. The court looks different. It's like it's brighter. Like it just feels
that
real.
was the in-season tournament court, I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
Saying. Yeah.
I'm serious. I don't know if this happens for everybody. When the Nuggets get locked in, the lights turn brighter on everything feels different, and there's a flow to the game that it just feels.
It's called an introverted feeling, I think.
Whatever it is, they were back. That felt like the Nuggets. I don't know. I pray that they are back.
Yeah.
Not just hey, I'll be back. I'm getting a pack of cigarettes.
Like when
And then
Dad
you don't
said
come
he'll
back.
He just has to go to the corner store.
But they look like
for
the
25 years.
It's just I can be optimistic about the Nuggets when I see them.
Okay.
And it had been a while since I had seen them. And when I see them again, I'm like, oh yeah, right. Like they can beat any team in the league. I currently feel like they can beat any team in the league. I hope that they bring that energy. But to me, they got this time off. As much as I hate the in-season tournament, I actually am very thankful for that. I think
break.
the Nuggets were as well. I think there is something
It's
to be
not
said
over.
about little breaks
Yeah,
throughout
still
the season.
going on.
It's true.
You're talking about it as if it's ended, but we have the championship.
It ended
The
for us.
culmination.
It ended for us.
Yeah.
We're doing a watch along for it, actually.
Yeah,
Just
but
kidding.
that would be terrible.
The question was, do you feel like this game is meaningful in that way that it's like, hey, you get 3 in a row and we'll be like, all right, the team's playing well again.
Absolutely, because think of where we were a week ago. They had lost to the Wizards.
That's so true.
We
That would be a
were
week.
saying that this was a potential tipping point in the season.
Yeah.
Like they had to choose. Things could have spiraled from there, it felt like. But it does seem like some things have changed, maybe behind the scenes. Maybe they're more connected now. They've got a little rhythm. They've stacked some wins. And it feels like they're kind of pulling themselves out of that. Winning 3 in a row, yeah, I think that would put a lot of our concerns that we had specifically after that Wizards game behind us for now.
Yeah. It's meaningful, man. I want to see it. This would be an impressive win. In fact, I might go as far as to say if they won tonight, I think it'd be the most impressive of the 3.
Is this a must-win?
It's not a must win. But given the fact that Atlanta was shorthanded, given the fact that the Clippers were at home,
Yeah.
I think this
I
one
agree.
on the road against a 500 team that is starting to play well would be the most meaningful. So it's kind of a big opportunity. Down Christian Brown. So,
Yeah.
that would be meaningful as
I mean,
well.
especially if Russell Westbrook plays well in this spot, too.
As a start, oh, man.
Like, Russell...
The controversy begins.
No, I'm not thinking about it from that perspective at all.
Oh God, what was Christian's cardigan?
Oh,
No. Stop. I'm saying Russell Westbrook it might be, one of the most important players on this team in terms of, if his vibes are good, the team's vibes are good.
I think you might be right, man. Let's get to some hangover takes real quick. Keep the show moving. Because we didn't get to meet up. There we go. The hangover. A hangover before a night out. We didn't get to talk about this one. I have a couple notes. I'll start. Jamal Murray was attacking on defense. We keep talking about this, that when you're playing defense, they're shadowing your man and then there's attacking. I thought right out of the package in the game yesterday, he was really going for steals. And he got a hand. What did he have? 4 steals?
4.
But even before that, if you remember this play in the first quarter, he gets switched out onto James Harden and he tipped the ball away from him out of bounds. And like he was the whole time he was just trying to reach, and Harden ended up fumbling. It goes out of bounds. They got the ball back. But it was, to me, it was a sign of like, oh, there it is. He's not just like, all right, I'm on defense, don't get burned. He altered something. So to me, that was pretty meaningful.
Yeah, I mean,
one game.
I've been saying, like, I feel like Jamal really that break was him trying to get in shape, like trying to get right physically. And I think that plays into it. Also, he just seems in that one game, it seemed to be a better mental space of I'm going to take this matchup in this game personal. He knew that James Harden was going to try to ice him out, like ISO. When you get put on that ISO over and over, it does something to you as a man, where you're like, okay, I really have to do something here. Especially when, the players are calling you out, the coach is calling you out, your own head coach is calling you out, and in the fan base, like we just want him to be better and play a lot better. So you have to show it. So like that was like a step up, like I have to be better type of moment that it seemed like it came to life finally, and that's all we've been asking for.
Another thing that stood out to me, Peyton Watson, I thought did a great job of making winning plays. Not just good defensive plays, which are his job, but winning plays. And that included rebounds, contested rebounds, something that I don't think he's done a good job of. In that game, you could tell that he was focused on doing that. There just were winning plays from him. And when you hope about the rock bottom Wizards game, I hope everybody walked away from whatever discussions the team had with, this is what you got to do. And for Peyton, it's winning plays. He gets 14 points, but to me, it was all the other stuff. Really shined in that one.
He's the ultimate indicator of just how the Nuggets are faring. Like you've said this before, but when he's making those winning plays, it seems to rub off on everybody else. When he's making those winning plays, it seems to just like have this cultivating effect with the team where everybody kind of buys into that mentality and everybody starts making those winning plays. So when he's locked into that mode, man, and he will have to be tonight against Fox, DeRozan, Monk, even.
Yeah, Monk's tough, man.
He's got to be in that mode tonight. So I love where he's at just coming off that last game.
And then D-line, I have a stat for you. Michael Porter Jr. has 28 dunks.
Okay.
That is on pace to break his career record. I think it was like 70-something.
I feel like he has 28 in the last 2 games.
He's had a lot in the last couple games. 0.96% of his field goal attempts, something like that, are dunks. I think that's meaningful. His best year was really early in his career when we knew he was a little bit more spry. So the fact that he's getting to the rim and dunking it, I feel like that's actually an important stat.
We've been talking about this, that Michael Porter Jr. has sort of altered how he plays a little bit to start this season. He's been going inside a lot, and he's been finishing at the rim a lot. And we've hypothesized, at least I have, that this like really is a key indicator that he's not worried about his body in the same way he has in the past, and he's trusting the physicality. He is a huge guy. Michael Porter Jr. is huge. And we've thought about him as fragile this whole time, but it's like he's actually a monster. This is my Victor Wembanyama thing. Like, you're a monster. Like, go in. But he is not like scared anymore. He's like going in for it. He's getting rebounds. Like, he's using his God-given ability, his size, to dunk. And last game, his shot, like, if he can play both inside and outside, like, I mean, what that does for your ability to score at any point, in spacing, no spacing, it's amazing. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go for it.
I was going to say, like, one thing that quick hangover take from me.
Go for it.
Luka Doncic scores 48 points last game.
45, I think, but yeah.
45 points last game. What's different about him?
Oh, I like this one.
What's different about him?
Wait, we're doing around the association.
No,
a little bit. Well,
Luka, if you watch him early on, he looked sluggish, slow, sloppy. Now you watch him svelte. In shape.
What's his equivalent of Jokic, and maybe he passed it.
Well, I get it's let's see, where's he from?
Slovenia.
Well, but anyway,
according to Draymond Green, maybe
this
Serbia.
is how long it takes for an NBA player to get in shape. If you have a lazy offseason.
Especially a European player.
Jamal Murray.
Well, he's
Jamal Murray
Jamal.
is on the same timeline. Like, Jamal Murray now looks like he's a lot in better shape. Like, he's moving a lot better. This is what if you have an NBA superstar that plays for your team and has lazy off seasons, it's like when Nikola Jokic said early on when Jamal came back from injury, he's going to suck for 20 games.
Right.
He's played probably 20 games.
Yeah. So I like this theory. You're right. Luka rounding into form.
Absolutely.
All the best players do it.
Jamal rounding into form. This is what it looks like when you're not in shape to start. It takes this long to get there.
This is how long it takes.
Luka's been banged up. Jamal's been a little banged up. It happens when you're a little bit out of shape.
Luka played this summer, maybe. Jamal
No,
played.
well,
he played for like
kinda.
11 minutes.
Yeah.
Luka tanked. He got out of that immediately. He tanked it like it was the NBA Cup.
Yeah, maybe Jamal did too.
My last thing, it's a great hangover take, and I hope you're right. Tonight, maybe we'll determine if Jamal's back or not.
I'm saying, man.
My last hangover take is that the Nuggets really have developed a habit of looking off shooters. Like, they're trying hard, because I think they don't have a ton of faith in it. In that game, 21 turnovers, I would bet 6 or 7 of them came from, there's a wide open guy on the perimeter, his guy sucked in, but rather than pass it to him, I'm just going to try to sneak it through a tight window. I do think at some point the Nuggets are going to have to start trusting Peyton, Julian, Christian, even Russ. They're going to have to start trusting those guys a little bit, because I don't think it's sustainable to just constantly try to. I think teams are going to start sinking in more and more and more. Nuggets overcame it last time. We'll see if they do it tonight. Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app and use code DNVR365. Deposit $10 and place a bet of $5 to get $200 in bonus bets and a code to get the first 2 months of Altitude Plus, courtesy of Bet365. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, make us some money.
Yeah, we're going to thank Bet365 in advance.
Are we?
Yeah. I actually hate when people thanks me in advance. Like, because I just refuse now. Thanks in advance. That is a crazy thing to say to someone. Nuggets come into this game as 1-point underdogs.
Whoa, what?
This is one that's kind of bounced around all day with the Christian Brown news. It finally gave them the underdog tag. 1 point. If we see the same Nuggets team that we seen last game, and they truly are what you're saying back, this is going to be easy. We're going to go Nuggets money line here.
Really?
We're going to go Nuggets money line. They're going to win this game, aren't they? They're going to win
Hell
this
yeah,
one.
dude. I hope so.
I'm going to go
God, I hope so.
under 236. It's a lot of points right now. This one is scary. I wouldn't go all in on this, because now with Christian Brown out, there's like more scoring opportunities. I feel like there will be some more ISO situations where guys are trying to score and push the pace a bit, and I think that he puts a stop to a couple of ISOs, but I'm going to go under. I just don't think that there'll be the same type of success for either team on scoring. They're not going to be able to do the straight fast pace. They're not going to be able to contain Denver in the post in the same ways that they've done these other teams, because they have Jokic, and that matters.
It does matter.
On the Kings side of things, I'm going to go over 5.5 assists for De'Aaron Fox. They just have a lot of guys to pass to that can score. They also have willing passers. Malik Monk has been doing this like point guard thing too, so he's been getting assists. De'Aaron Fox is like a assist man. He has Sabonis, who's been scoring lately, and then DeRozan, who is an ISO scorer, but they give it to him, he'll shoot it. I just like the over 5.5 assists here. Sabonis is coming off of a game that he had 32 and 20. I don't expect him to do 32 and 20, but I do expect him to get over 34.5 points plus rebounds. He gets up for this matchup. He's an athletic. The last time that they played each other, I was shocked at how unskilled he was. I just thought he was a lot better looking at stats. And then you see him against a player just very, very skilled. He's nowhere close to Jokic, and any coach that believes
Not
that
according to Mike Brown.
Any coach that believes that he is probably bounces around the league. That's just what I would assume. For the Nuggets.
Oh, God, finally, okay.
I'm going to go over 2.5 3-pointers for Michael Porter.
Whoa.
You know I love this. You know I'm a sucker for this one.
He took 7 last game, and that was against a team that is a good, connected team, but they're not allowing you to shoot 3-pointers. I feel like the Kings are letting you shoot 3-pointers. He's going to have over 2.5 3-pointers. Let's get that in there.
I literally can't say no to this bet. I just have every
the
time
other
you say
bet
it.
that you cannot say no to because it hits every game. Over 2.5 assists from Michael Porter Jr.
Man, out of this one, I did all right. I'll do it.
This
just for
started
fun.
off as your throw shade at Michael Porter Jr.
I know.
bet, and
This
now
is
it's
how
your
he can
go-to.
learn. He can learn from his mistakes. He's a quick
I don't
learner.
know if you guys, I don't know if you guys noticed. I was the one that said that he's been passing it a lot more this year.
No, I know, but it started off early. You were like, under
I said there's
one.
no way he could continue to do this.
Actually, Dev, I think you challenged him.
That's what happened.
Exactly.
Get his assist up, and he did.
I'm so glad.
That's all I'm saying. Like, remember the story the correct way. Right. Bet365 does, Harrison does.
I wonder if it's recorded anywhere on the internet forever.
They have dates. We're going to go over 5.5 rebounds for Aaron Gordon. He got this in 23 minutes in a blowout last game. He's just getting more healthy. I think that he will be able to get this again. There's also going to be more scoring opportunities. They shoot the 3-ball. There's like long rebounds that you could get from there. Yoke will be tangled up with Sabonis trying to grab boards. This is on other guys to get rebounds. So I would like Michael Porter Jr., but also Aaron Gordon rebounds. I'm going to go over 18.5 points for Jamal Murray.
Why?
I don't want to say that he's a B word because one, Serbia would be. They wouldn't be mad about that. Serbia would be pissed if I say he's back. We've seen him have random good games here and there, but he has to put it together in a row, sequences. We haven't seen him put together good games in a row. This would be one if he's able to score 18.5 or just 20 again. I'm going to lock him in for 20.
I tell you why this is the best bet you've ever had.
Let's go.
I'm wearing the brand new Jamal Murray RC
42.
RC 42 Jamal Murray New Balance collabs. They have Jamal Murray logos on the back of them.
Can you even objectively talk about Jamal Murray if you have those on? I don't know.
Not today.
Yes, I can even more objectively talk about it.
Because you support him.
Yeah, dude. I didn't give them to me.
Oh, okay.
I like that. I also think that Jamal is going to get put right back in those ISO situations on defense where he has to step up. I'm going to go over 1.5 stocks for him. He's gonna get the Aaron Fox switches. He's gonna get DeRozan switches. Like, everybody's gonna try to get a little bit of piece of him. He has to step up for that. There's still opportunities. He also is like known to get a couple of blocks here and there. So I like that. I'm gonna go over 21.5 rebounds plus assists for Jokic.
Man, we need some assists, man.
I know we got to get back to the triple-double.
This matchup makes more sense for him to get back to like dominating physically.
I actually like this bet.
I really do think he's going to get a lot more rebounds. Also, Sabonis is not a thinker. He's just not a thinker, and I just think that opens up for the passing lanes.
How much money did you lose on Sabonis at one point?
I make the most. These are the two people that get me paid the most. Jokic, Sabonis. It's not close. Those are the only two people that get me paid the way that I do. Christian Brown now. It's all white guys. Whatever. He didn't get too involved last game, and I think that he does this game, so I like it. And for the lock.
You said lock?
The lock.
Okay.
We're going to go with over 8.5 assists for Nikola Jokic.
All right, if you say so. I already made a rebound and assist.
This is calling my name, man. This seems just way too easy. The numbers have been lower. A much better matchup. Also, Sabonis tries to play him one-on-one, like straight up, which he's gonna grab rebounds.
Kings are a small team, too.
He's gonna grab assists. Smaller team. I just think that he's gonna be able to do whatever he wants in this game. The assist is gonna be there. He's gonna get a triple-double. He's gonna do everything. It's a Yoke night, as it always is.
I like it.
Merry Yoke-miss.
All right, Merry Yoke.
I see us turning into an anti-Sabonis podcast.
Should we get our super chats real quick? Do Will Dooley's last. Do the boys' dads last.
Okay. Mr. Exquisite Nugget. I'm going to be at T-Mobile Arena for the Emirates Cup final. Got a luxury suite for $45 and free drinks.
Adam Silver's Emirates Cup, $45 suite.
Cedric cashing in on the NBA Cup final with a little interest. Win Bucks or Thunder, who wins? Eric, smile, man.
Is this what it feels like to be a woman on the street? Yes. Cedric running up and telling me to smile more.
I'm picking the Thunder. Ulysses Ventura, send Hunter for Lonzo Ball.
All right, well,
that's simple.
I mean, that would be a good trade. That'd be really good.
One for one.
One team.
And then the boys' dad here tonight. I'll read this one. He says, tonight, the 12 games of Yokemas begin. What do you want Nuggets to give you for the first game of Yokemas? Will started this last year. By a stroke of coincidence, there's 12 days between 12 games every year between Yokmas, December 15th, and Serbian Christmas, January 7th.
Not a coincidence.
Not a coincidence.
Yeah.
So there really are 12 days of Yokmas.
written in the stars.
Beginning today, the first day of Yokmas, which is against Sacramento at 8 o'clock. He made us this board that we can keep for Yokmas.
This is like our 10 commandments right here.
This is like the 10 Commandments. They're going to play Sacramento. They're going to play Portland. They're going to play New Orleans, Phoenix twice, Cleveland, Detroit, Utah, Atlanta, San Antonio, then San Antonio again. And then how does Yokmas or Serbian Christmas, what game is it, Dev? The Boston Celtics.
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
It all culminates with the matchup that we want to see. Not a coincidence, man.
Not a
There's a
coincidence.
small chance the Nuggets go 12-0 for Yokmas, the 12 days of Yokmas.
It's on the table. It's possible.
They go 12-0. Eric's
They're probably back
59
if they go 12-0.
overbet is going to hit.
I'd say they're back.
Honestly, if they go
No,
12,
I know.
There you go.
I'm not off it yet. I'm not off it.
You shouldn't be, man. The season's just begun. We just started, man.
I know. I know. But
This
it's
is our first post-Yokmas game. Usually this is when the
this
season
is
You
when
think
starts.
we're worried about BJ Malaise?
I know.
bro.
Before we were in BJ, now we're AJ.
Yeah, dude. I'll order one game. Hold the BJ Malaise.
Yeah, hold the BJ.
All right, we're going to go down and watch the Denver Nuggets here at the DNVR bar. Everybody, thanks for tuning in with us. Thanks for the super chats. Hit that like button on the way out.
Said no damn ever.